Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we came over to Goron City where we met up with Darunia, and he tells us that in order to get the Goron's Ruby, which is the next spiritual stone, we have to go and clear out all the monsters that are infesting the Dodongo's Cavern, which is basically their glorified pantry. Because apparently the Gorons are starving, and because they're picky eaters, they don't want to eat all the other rocks, they just want to eat the rocks in the Dodongo's Cavern. So in this episode, we are going to, of course, enter the next dungeon of the game, and this is, of course, the Dodongo's Cavern. And so, as you could already guess, what we couldn't wait to do, that's right, we're going to bomb some Dodongos. I don't know why I'm even going there with that line. It looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. So like she's saying here, is that there's a lot of the magma pits are right here. Also, as you can see here, I had just now equipped the Hylian Shield over to Link instead of the Dagger Shield, and the reason for that is because I would absolutely highly... Actually, as a matter of fact, you really should, though. You absolutely have to use the Hylian Shield for this dungeon. And as you can probably already tell, the Dagger Shield is very flammable, and so there's going to be a lot of fire-based enemies in this dungeon. And so, once they make contact with your Dagger Shield, it will burn up, and so it will disappear, and you have to go and get a new one. Well, I would say, I guess the only way to get it is just at, the Kokiri shop in the Kokiri Forest, and just buy it for 40 rupees. So yes, you want to make sure not to use your Dagger Shield for this one, because, like I said, it's very flammable. It's best to just use the Hylian Shield, and that's the reason why we got the Hylian Shield to begin with, and that's what they would highly suggest for you to do. So that way they're, that way there you wouldn't risk it at all. Even though the Hylian Shield is very heavy for Link in this state, and so he can't really use it properly. All he can ever do is crouch, and he can't really hold both the shield and the sword at the same time. And there are also a couple new enemies right here, and of course the enemies that did appear in previous Zelda games. These are the Beamos. Now, unlike previously, though, you know how back then the Beamos were merely obstacles, where once they take sight of you, they'll try to shoot lasers at you? Well, they brightly do the same thing here, except this time, you can actually kill them. And the way to do so is just by using the bombs. They don't really like smoke, so you just throw or toss some bombs at them, and they will get defeated. So you can actually kill the Beamos this time. And these right here are the baby Dodongos. They will try to leap out at you, and then every time you kill them, they will actually explode after a few seconds. And they're actually pretty useful if you want to blow up some certain stuff. Actually, I try to do it through that one door because well, actually over that bomba wall. Yeah, there's a lot of bomba walls here because the main kind of item for you to use in this dungeon would be the bombs. Now, I actually kind of fucked this up on something where there's this bomba wall that's right over there, and there is, from what you can hear, is a gold spatula that's over in there. And I actually try to use a little trick where you can just lure the baby Dodongo over to the bomba wall, but unfortunately, though, apparently I wasn't even close enough. I tried to get as close as possible, but yeah, I wasn't even close enough to actually get to that wall for them to bomb. So I could have just used that to advantage, but alas, I wasn't able to do so. So what I'll have to do is that I'll just have to wait till later till we actually get the item bombs, because that's definitely what we'll be getting later on. And these right here would be the Armos statues. Yeah, the Armos is of course one of the enemies, but not those ones here. Those they're real ones. They're fake ones. So we just push it over to the to that switch right there. Those blue switches. If you step on it and then if you come off it, then it'll just reset itself. And so you have to actually have something to press onto in order for you to actually progress. So yeah, Dodongo's Cavern, it's a little bit longer than the Deku Tree, so that's why I kind of split the whole dungeon into 2 episodes. But it's actually not too hard, I would say. Just make sure you have Hylian Shield. Alright, so yeah, mid-boss time. These are the Lizalfos. And yes, you remember the Lizalfos from Zelda 2? Yeah, those annoying fuckers. The Lizalfos they're a little easier to handle in this game, but they're a little finicky too. There's gonna be 2 of them right here, so, and yeah, there's actually the mid-boss theme that's playing right now because, yeah, starting with this dungeon, then you'll be coming across these mid-bosses. Because, that's actually what we never did in the Deku Tree, but yeah, for this one, we have these mid-bosses, and so we're dealing with those 2 Lizalfos. So what they do is that, one of them will actually come to attack you, and then they'll try to hit you with their dagger they have right here. And you can actually get a few sword swipes, and it actually takes a few hits, like especially with the Kokiri sword. And so after you do a few sword slashes, then one of them will actually decide to take a break and then just hide in the background, and then the other decides to attack. So they basically like take turns in attacking you. But after that one's down, then this guy will just go and fully or do the full frontal slide you, or just I guess to avenge a guy. But of course, same thing as always. So just continue slashing those guys, and then there we have it. Yeah, I would say that Lizalfos have always been pretty finicky in all of the Zelda games, like especially like one of them in Skyward Sword, where they have their arm. They had some kind of armor on their arms, and also in Breath of the Wild, where they would always try to jump away from you, and they also keep a good distance from you, so they also can be pretty annoying. But I would say not as brutal as they were in Zelda 2, because good God. Alright, folks, and so here we have another returning enemy. These are the Dodongos, which, of course, you'll be... well, those are probably the only kind of actual Dodongos you'll be encountering in this dungeon. They're invulnerable, or they're very invulnerable over the front, and, of course, they will try to breathe fire at you. And, yeah, that's also one of those things where, like I said, they're fire-based enemies, and so make sure you don't have the Dagger Shield equipped on you. Their only weak points are, of course, the tails, and so if you go around back there and you just slash their tails, and that's when they take damage. And of course, they also explode after after you kill them, so you want to watch out for that because you will take damage. You can also feed them bombs if you want to, because that was actually like the original method for those Dodongos, like back in Zelda 1. But of course, for this one, you don't really have to do that if you don't want to, because you can just go around and strike them on their tails. But that's basically just for stunning them. But at the moment, we don't really have the bombs, though. Like, there's just the bomb flowers that they have there. But yeah, they're not too difficult to handle. You can just actually, there's the bomb flowers over there. You can just use those if you want to feed them the bombs, and then they just explode inside their stomachs. But yeah, that's kind of like the method to kill them. It's like I just decided to take the easier route. And we got some more torches to light there. So then, there's some stuff that I do want to talk about, though. I actually just got done watching the latest Nintendo Direct, and I gotta say though, this Nintendo Direct is definitely a good time to be a Mario fan because there's a lot of new Mario games announced. There's that trippy kind of a Mario game where they decided to just take mushrooms to a whole new meaning, like how Mario and his friends would be eating mushrooms to grow bigger. Well, they actually decided to take the literal case for those mushrooms there. And also, not to mention, there's well, of course, there's also the Switch port for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. That was for the 3DS. And also, one thing that I was very pleasantly surprised is that there is actually going to be a remake of Super Mario RPG. Yeah, the one game that you always thought that Nintendo would actually neglect because, well, it was also developed by Square Enix. Oh, let me stop right there. These are, of course, the actual Armos. Stops to move and then destroy it. So yeah, so this is where we actually come across the enemy Armos. There's like the statue Armos, and then there's the enemy one. So you want to tell like which one's real, which one's fake. There's actually two ways to kill them though. You can kill them with bombs, or you just use the bomb flowers you have here. And you can also, I would say the easier approach if you don't want to throw the bombs. You can also stun them first with the Deku Nuts, and then slash at them. Because I would definitely say it's like the easier approach to that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, I was like, holy shit! They actually decided to just go back to focusing on a Super Mario RPG. The one that they thought they kind of neglected, and especially to those who really wanted Geno and Smash, and they never got to. And especially in like, I think if you recall, like Geno did make a cameo appearance in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. But for some reason, he was removed in the 3DS remake of that game. From what I remember playing that. But now, no, they actually they're remaking Super Mario RPG, and of course, bring back those characters that were that I think were just created by Square Enix. Well, of course, at the time they were just called Square, and then SquareSoft, and then later Square Enix. Now, here's the thing, though. I'm also very excited for the game as well, but the thing about it is, though, I never got to finish Super Mario RPG because, like, I was actually playing through it, and, like, I was still trying to play the hell out of it. Until I got to that one boss where you actually had to fight that cake boss. And I had so much trouble trying to kill it, like, it seemed to never end, and so I got my ass handed to me, and so I kept trying to attempt it so many times, and so after that, I kind of put the game down because of it, because, you know, I just got stuck on that boss, and by the way, I was actually playing this on the, I think it was on the Wii Virtual Console, because I did purchase it on the Wii Shop channel, like many years ago. But I don't know if I'll ever get back to it because, like, I still have my Wii console, but it's actually, like, it hasn't been plugged back in, though. I'm not sure if it still works. So I think it still does, though, but, oh, yeah, these right here are the fire keys. So, yeah, there's actually, these are the fire variants of the keys here. Just like the normal ones, they'll try to swoop in at you, except that since they're fire-based, this is also one of the reasons why you don't want to use the Dagger Shield against them, because, of course, they will burn it, and so it will be gone. And so, yeah, for these armor statues, you want to go and pull this one right here, because that's the fake statue, not the other ones are the enemies. But yeah, I never really got to finish that game, and I don't know if I ever downloaded it on the Wii U eShop. I know there's also the I know you can also download the eShop on the new 3DS. Oh, I'm sorry, the quote-unquote new 3DS. Yeah, massive air quotes. Because I actually do have the that same console. Because I actually use that to replace my old 3DS because that one has gone poof. Well, I mean it's completely out of commission. So it's gone bye-bye because, you know, I guess probably because of the battery. Because I got a very weak battery in that. Of course, I actually saw the other old 3DS that has the capture card installed in it that I used to record or to do the Let's Play of Link's Awakening. But yeah, I think there's that in there, but I'm not entirely sure if it's on there though. And of course, strangely, it's not on the Nintendo Switch Online for the Super Nintendo. And I mean, I thought it would be, but I guess it's not. But it's going to be on the but they're remaking for the Nintendo Switch anyway. But yeah, I never got to finish it, But yeah, I still have it on my Wii data. I never got to transport the all my Wii data over to my Wii U. I tried doing that, but it seemed to not let me at all. I don't even know what I was doing wrong. But yeah, that was bad. I never got to finish it because of it. And so, knowing that that now I just found out that that the remake has been announced for the Nintendo Switch, and what I actually want to do, though, is that I actually really do want to finish the original Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo, because, you know, the thing with remakes is that, like, when it comes to remakes, I always would rather just play the original version first before I get to those remakes, because, like, I just wanted to see, like, you know, differences between the old version and the new one. The only exception to that, though, I would say Xenoblade Chronicles, though, because I did play the original Wii version, but then I saw the announcement of the definitive version, but then I actually just decided to go straight to that version instead, though, because like, the graphics there look so much cleaner, and the the facial expressions of the characters look so much better than the flat 2D face expressions of the Wii version, which is very jarring, very distracting, and just flat out weird. So I actually went for that one instead, but like, you know, but when it comes to, like, actual remakes, so then like, I'd rather just play the original version first before getting to those remakes. And so, see, I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to get to, or just get back to get back onto my Wii console right now, because, like, at the moment I have a very small table and I don't really have much room where I got, like, other consoles. But, oh, sorry for hearing the noise there. I was gotta adjust my mic. Well, I'm losing my train of thought there, folks. And oh yeah, also more Lizalfos. So yeah, same as before, just kill him. But so I think what we'll probably have to do, though, is that I'm thinking of actually just gonna go and order the Super NES Classic Edition. Like, I know that supposedly they've already taken them off the shelves, but you can actually still order them online, like on eBay, or I think probably on Amazon. So because, you know, I think they're just selling some of theirs, probably because of the Nintendo Switch Online. But yeah, you can still order those on eBay. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do, because like, I don't know if my Wii still works. I mean, I could probably just try it out, but like it's actually still in the box. I haven't really unpacked because of the move, but because my room is way too small, and there's really not much room here in this cramped room that I have right now in this current house I'm living in. But yeah. That's why I don't have much else to say. But yeah, bottom line is, I don't know if I'll probably be going back to using my Wii anytime soon. So what I'll do instead is I'll just order the Super NES Classic Edition on eBay, because they actually do have Super Mario RPG on there, so I can just order that, and then I can just play from there. And hopefully I do want to play it better this time though, and just make sure and just make sure to play it the legitimate way, and actually not get stuck on some things for once, and just try to beat it before the deadline, or before the release date for the remake. Because I just want to finish that game first before I get to that. That's just how I am. That's just me. But yeah, it is available on there, so we'll just so I can just play that, and then just get to that. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say at this point. So anyway, we have a bomb bag. This bomb holy bag is from Dodongo's stomach, and so we found 20 bombs inside. I can set bombs to see and blow stuff up. What a lucky guy. Yes, we sure are lucky indeed. Yeah, about getting to blow stuff up. Alright, so yeah, now we have bombs, and so we'll be able to use those anywhere we want to instead of just the bomb flowers, and so we can actually just, blow some more stuff up. And so I think this is where I'll go ahead and just call an episode here, because I just want to go and end this off halfway. So next time, let's play Ocarina of Time. We're going to finish up Dodongo's Cavern, and so deal with whatever monsters are left, and hopefully get the Goron's Ruby. So until then, see you guys later.